Hi, and welcome to the Celestial Tea Podcast.
I'm Love.
And I'm Tylen.
And we're two Los Angeles-based astrologers and witches serving up the cosmic tea about your favorite celebrities, musicians, and artists.
As always, if you enjoy our hot takes and breakdowns, please leave us a 5-star review wherever you stream, share with your friends and fam, and follow us on all the socials.
So if you're a pop culture baddie, tune in, get your cup of tea, and get ready to sip from the stars. If you're seeing us in the same continued outfit that maybe you've seen us before, that means this is a part 2 episode.
Yes.
So we cut this episode somewhere that made sense, hopefully, and we are just going to continue playing it right where it left off. So yeah, we hope you enjoy the second part and that you enjoy the podcast as a whole.
Yes.
All right, here's what you've been waiting for.
So we have the same sun and moon. She's an Aries sun. Yeah. Sag moon.
Virgo rising.
Hello. She's such a Virgo rising.
Wow.
That classic Virgo rising.
Virgo, I will say, Virgo, strong personal planet, Virgo are hot. Like, people who have strong Virgo placements are pretty people. They're symmetrical in their face. They have good bone structure. Like, a lot of, like, celebrities that you like probably have Virgo placements.
Yes. Well, Virgo rising is known to be the prettiest rising sign. Like, Virgo rising, Libra rising.
Yes.
Prettiest, and then Pisces rising.
Yeah,
probably.
I could see that.
Yeah,
for sure.
But Virgo rising for sure is known to be the sign that, like, in your physical body, you have these pretty attributes because of the symmetrical, the Virgoan attention to detail,
right?
And we see that in Emma's body and the way her face looks. She's gorgeous, right? And she presents in that way. And what's so interesting is that with this time that is widely used for her, because it is not a confirmed birth time, but with this time that's used for her, her ascendant point is in the 3rd decan of Virgo, a decan ruled by Mercury. And we talked about this with Michael B. Jordan, because that is his confirmed rising sign in that
I'm
ascendant
looking up
point.
other celebrities that are Virgo rising.
Oh,
Michael
wait.
B. Jordan.
Who are they? Yeah.
Keanu Reeves.
Of course.
Obviously.
Look at that man.
And he knows,
Virgo
like, there's
rising.
this funny video where he was doing, like, his hands in the cement.
Yeah.
And he placed it and they're like, do you like it? And he was like looking at it and he was like, can we redo this? And then he redid it like 6 times and he said, like, sorry, I'm a Virgo. He was like, it's off. I need to move it over.
He knows.
Ryan Reynolds, Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Dolly Parton.
Ryan Reynolds.
Wasn't he?
Yes.
That's why he and Blake have the synastry.
He and Justin were both Virgo risings.
Yeah, and they're pretty people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's
Jay-Z,
true.
Dolly Parton, Virgo rising. Oh.
Interesting. I can see that.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Bella Hadid, come on. Timothy Chalamet. He has kind of a weird face, though.
He's a Virgo rising. Interesting.
This is from Cosmopolitan, so I'm assuming it's correct. I don't know. Yeah, Timothy. Chris Pine. Is this real? Yeah, Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, for sure.
Millie Bobby Brown. She's very pretty.
She's giving Virgo rising.
Yeah.
For sure.
We know Jay-Z, we said already. Sarah Paulson from American Horror Story and
Virgo
such.
rising.
Janelle Monáe.
Oh, I love her. I love her.
Nicole
I saw her at
Scherzinger, very hot, from the Pussycat Dolls and from Men in Black. If you've seen Kelly Ripa, they all have this same kind of, like, very beautiful classic beauty type look.
That's the Virgo rising.
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Yep.
Emma Watson. Tom Hanks. Interesting. I don't find him attractive at all. Kris Jenner.
Oh, yeah. She looks Virgo rising too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. I mean, when I saw this time, I was like, oh, yeah, this feels pretty accurate.
She also has, like, the Virgo, like, it's interesting, Aries, so she has, like, the more compact body, and then the Virgo, I feel, also tends to be, like, a little, like, slimmer body types.
Yeah. Virgo risings definitely do have that, because I think with a lot of Virgo risings, they do have a tendency to care about health, right? Virgo rules over health, wellness, rituals, routines.
Yeah, and the tummy, so it's like
yes,
their digestive system, they have to be like more on top of it because they're going to be more sensitive to all those things.
For sure.
Yeah.
And so her ascendant point is in the same decan that Michael B. Jordan's was in, that third decan of Virgo, which is a decan ruled by Mercury. And it relates to the 10 of Pentacles. And I remember saying in the Michael B. Jordan episode that this is an ascendant point. If you were born under this ascendant point, you have strong manifestation gifts, because this relates to the 10 of Pentacles in the tarot, and we see in this card it's sort of a veil to the other realm, and then it's a card that represents 3 generations, and it is that feeling of manifestations coming to fulfillment. But Virgoan energy is willing to fine-tune. It's not just like in the Pisces and Virgo on the same axis, right? It's not just in the Pisces realm of like the dream. Virgo's like, no, like, what's the step-by-step action plan to bring this dream into life? And so I feel like with Emma, she definitely has this strong manifestation skill sets. And what I think is so interesting is that Nessus,
here we go again, this motherfucker.
Yeah, Nessus is
Libra.
Retrograde in Libra.
Wow.
But in a conjunction to her ascendant point. And I think this is really interesting because this means that Emma then has an obsession with her values. And that's why I feel like she's been standing so strong in her value system. And what does she value? The Libra themes of peace, fairness, harmony, fairness, justice, and beauty. When we look at her card and her life path, it boils down to 11, which is the justice card. And that is the card related to Libra. So I feel like a lot of her life's work is to be that embodiment of
what is she studying in Princeton?
I have no idea. I don't know too much about her personal life. I do know that she has been pretty open. Oh,
she went to Brown. English literature bachelor's degree, Oxford master's degree in creative writing.
That makes sense. She's ruled by Mercury.
Yeah.
And in her ascendant point in the decan, ruled by Mercury. This is like amplified mercurial energy. But yeah, I feel like she has been very open about her journey with anxiety. Like at one point she almost quit doing the Harry Potter movies because the fame got to be too much
Virgo
for her.
Anxiety makes sense.
She talks a lot about the feeling of imposter syndrome.
Virgo.
And so I think that's the Nessus piece on the ascendant. It's more about turning that feeling of the poison inward.
Yeah.
And
I'm not good enough. I'm not this enough. Especially with second house, Emma, we can have issues with that.
I feel like Emma's so hard on herself. And I feel like she's definitely done a lot of work in her life.
Yeah.
To bring awareness to this. But I feel like it's still something that she struggles with to this day, of that like inner critic voice being so loud in her head. But again, I feel like it's there because it's pushing her to, again, this Nessus obsession to bring justice, to bring fairness, to bring more beauty to the planet.
Yeah, and she's done modeling as well, which is very fashion, beauty orientated.
Yeah, and that's the Nessus piece.
And she got like that brand deal with like Chanel, and like she's done like a lot of like ads and things for like beauty and like makeup companies. And she aligned herself with a fair trade fashion brand. So morals, values, yet again.
And I feel like when people have Nessus conjunct their ascendant, it's like they then become the embodiment of obsession themselves. And I feel like that is why so many people have just become obsessed with her. and why that took a toll on her mental health.
Yeah, she was listed as one of the most influential, like top 10 most influential people in like this magazine and stuff. So yeah, that totally makes sense. Because with Nessus there, like that's easy for her to tap into. Like people just be like, ooh, I'm obsessed with you.
Yes, because she becomes the embodiment of it.
Yeah. So I think it's actually like a testament, like knowing the power that she wields and then feeling the pressure and the anxiety and the importance of that and not taking advantage of it.
And being open about her journey to the public. Imagine how many young souls have felt the comfort knowing that this big celebrity that they grew up watching also experiences mental health issues and challenges and has is still to this day fighting through them.
Yeah, she's
with
like
tools,
openly
with aligned tools.
And she like her values, it totally makes sense. She's like openly feminist, she's advocate for gender equality.
Yeah.
And it says like she was nervous when she gave these speeches at these spaces, but it's like she's like, this is what I need to do. I don't care if I'm nervous. This is important to me.
That's her Aries sun. It's like, we're gonna do it. Yeah, and she's ruled by Mercury then, obviously. So she has Hermes, Mercury up in her Taurus 9th house in a conjunction to Athena. Which is another
that gave me chills.
Symbol. Athena is all about political activism. She's the goddess of war and wisdom. And it's so interesting because even her big character, we all know her as Hermione.
It's kind of like that.
Hermione is also like this
Athena kind of energy,
but also so wise.
Well, yeah, because war, it's like planning, strategy, wisdom. It's strategy. Like she's very that in the movies and the character.
Yeah. So this also suggests then that when Emma has her mind made up on something, there is a stubbornness. Like Taurus Mercury's, they can be very slow at changing their mind at something. So if you have a belief system that's ingrained and rooted, it's like J.K. Rowling could come at her with all these justified reasons for why Emma should hate trans people, and Emma just, her mind is set. There's a stubbornness with the Taurus Mercury.
But I think that that's actually a really pretty balance, because having the Virgo rising, we can tend to like overthink in Virgo placements, and having the Nessus there can sometimes create like that like obsessive quality. Yeah. But and then like having the slowness of the Taurus will help her to like, let me think this through, especially with Athena there, right? Let me think this through. Let me make sure this is something that I really can fully back and stand behind and believe in, and like put my all into it. And especially having it in the 9th house, that's like the house of like higher learning, academia, like it makes sense why she went to school for writing, right? Like,
oh yeah, I would not be surprised if she ends up being an author herself.
Yeah, having the 9th house is publishing. Yeah, so that totally like makes a lot of sense, like where her mind kind of works and thinks. And she having that stubborn Mercury, but having it in a house of let's learn, let's expand, let's grow, let's travel to different places, you know? Like I think that's kind of a really cool like divine balance there. And like I feel like she definitely set herself up for success. I'm like looking at the other pieces now.
Oh my God,
like,
I know. She has some really cool pieces, like the exalted Venus in Pisces in her 7th house. The exalted Cancer, Jupiter in Cancer, and a trine to Venus in Pisces. Like, whoa. Like,
and having her Chiron there makes sense why she was like very nervous about all of this attention. And this journey that she's been on. Yeah, the Venus in the 7th house, like, makes her also another element of people getting drawn to her, being attracted to her, because the 7th house is relationships. And so, like, I feel like it's easy for people to love her.
And also why she's so loving.
With Venus Pisces, we're very compassionate.
Pisces, it's like love that transcends, a love that is as vast as the ocean. it's really
that's why she can
unity.
say, I appreciate JK for what she did for me, but this part of her is wrong. Like, she's able to have that duality of compassion and separating these parts of a person, knowing that a person is many things because of that, probably.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I love that because, her ruling planet Mercury is in a sextile to Venus and Pisces. Yeah. That feels really very lovely blessed and sweet.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if she does end up writing a memoir, especially on her relationship dynamics and her connection to love with that sextile. Like all the things that she's learned by being in the public eye. And the trine that she has to Venus with Jupiter here, you're talking about the Chiron piece, which is, that's the wounding with the community and the feeling of, I feel like Emma goes through this feeling state of like, am I like worthy and like good enough to hold this much space in the community? And it's this,
like, am I the one that you should be listening to?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the imposter syndrome that she talks about.
That's because her Chiron there.
Because I feel like for her, she really wants everyone to feel like they have a seat at the table type of thing. I feel like that's her deeper mission in this lifetime is I totally to create get that space.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I feel like she inherently sees the world like that. That everyone has a seat at the table. And so, like, she... I could understand, like, that wounding of, like, the bigger I get, the more people, like, place importance on me and worship me and listen to me. But everyone is important. It's not just me. Like, don't just listen to me. And that's where that it can feel like, am I the one that's supposed to be delivering this and saying this and speaking on this? Is it really me? If everyone has all their amazing gifts and qualities and pieces that they bring to the table, like, am I taking up someone else's spotlight that they deserve? You know, like, I could totally see that kind of like inner monologue going in through her brain.
When really she's here to show up as a teacher. Like, that's why her ruling planet Mercury is up here in the 9th house.
And I think that she does, because the world literally labeled her as like one of the most influential people at some point in history, right? Yes. So like people are being influenced and taught by her.
Exactly. And that's her living her chart, right? Yeah. And I also love her Sag moon in the 4th house. I feel like when your moon is in the 4th house, you have this deep connection to this earthly realm. It's oftentimes seen as a placement where your soul has been like a caretaker in the home space for many lifetimes, and there's a deep resonance and connection to the earth and to the medicine of the earth. And so I also feel like, I'm not sure what Emma's journey has been in terms of like a connection to herbs or to plants, and if that's helped with mental health at all.
But being an earth rising,
I could see her like starting to speak out about like plant medicine, things like that.
She was an early adopter of sustainable fashion, so that's also being very earth oriented.
To the earth, yeah.
She was. That's like a huge deal for her. And she also like has spoken out about like Palestine and things like that. Yes. So it's like being connected to the earth in those types of ways, for sure.
Yes, yeah, because that's the Sag energy. It's like Sag is mutable fire. It's that feeling that we all have this inner light, this inner truth, and so. Yeah, I keep feeling that with her. It's like everyone belongs. Everyone has a role to play and gifts that they have. And I feel like in her heart of hearts, that's the world she wants to live in and why she does these things to.
And that's probably why she explored like creative writing, because maybe she wants to like write stories depicting these things that you're talking about. Like she probably wants to bring a certain character or storyline to life that indicates and highlights that everyone is good for whatever their skills and gifts are. Everyone has a seat at a table. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if she wrote like something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, her Saturn is in Capricorn in the fifth house. So I feel like in this lifetime, she does have a responsibility to her creativity and to her creative expression.
Yeah. And in human
Yeah.
design, she's a 5-2. So they're
Mm-hmm.
known as the self-motivated hero. And the 2 is the creative
Mm-hmm.
expression, right? Like
Mm.
the 2
Yeah.
line profiles are naturally good
Mm.
at certain things. Like I know we've talked about some of the other celebrities are 2 lines as well. So it's like you just 2 lines are the type of people where you just wake up and you're like, I'm interested in this, and then you're like naturally good at it. And you can't really
Mm.
teach other people too well your process because it's just natural to you. But then having that just juxtaposed with the 5 line, you keep talking about her being a
Mm.
teacher. 5 lines are here to be teachers, right?
Yeah.
They say like all 5 lines should have like a podcast
Mm.
because their ideas are
Yeah.
ahead of the curve and they're picking up on
Mm.
things that can make our society better. So
Mm.
that's why it's like the self-motivated hero, because it's like she's probably like seeing all these things and then
Mm.
like sharing them, but like doing it through like her natural gifts and things that she just like ooze out of her that just are
Yeah.
inherent to her. And like you said, just like that makes sense
Mm.
with like the strong morals. Like I'm just, this is what I believe in and this is what I feel from the
Yes.
inside, so I'm going to share that with you all.
Yes.
And another part of her being the teacher that I kind of,
Mm.
she's a projector. So
Ooh, yeah. It's a
um
guide.
yeah, projectors
Yeah.
are like the Dumbledores
Yeah.
of the world.
Mm-hmm.
So she's a natural guide. She, another
Mm-hmm.
part of her, like the 5 line can see karma and can see patterns, and the projectors can also see that. And the projectors, they can penetrate right into your core and see the truth of you, right? So
Mm.
that's what makes them a good guide, is because they know exactly who you are, what your strengths and gifts and weaknesses are, and like what guidance you need to get you to where you need to go.
Yeah.
Right? Projectors are called like the seer. Like they can see these truths, they can see the needs, the vision,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. And she's a splenic projector, so she's gonna know,
Mm.
she's ruled by her spleen, which is like instinctual in the moment. I just do what's best for me and where I'm guided. So she'll also
Yeah.
know what's best for other people
Mm.
in the moment. And the spleen rules over a lot of like health pieces too, which is very
Mm.
Virgo rising in my
Also,
opinion.
Aries Sun too. I feel like Aries Sun, that's an exalted sun placement in your identity and your egoic expression. You just trust your instinct. Yeah.
I could totally see that
Yeah.
as well. Yeah, she's a very, and she has a left angle cross, so she also has a collective purpose or destiny. And I feel like that a lot of celebrities, we were talking about this before the podcast, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
celebrities seem to have that, because statistically not, it's like 30 to 40% of the population will have this. A little bit less because there's a third type that's like very rare. But her cross is the left angle cross of limitation. So I don't know if you were talking about Saturn and like boundaries and things, but hers is a lot of that.
Yeah, I mean, especially in terms of her creativity and her self-expression.
Yeah. It's so the paragraph for this is, you're here to impose limitations on others. The limitation may come abruptly, such as you can't do this, you can't continue with that. But the limitation is important. It's what saves us from endlessly wandering without structure. It helps provide clarity as we focus within the boundaries of the limits. It can be safety oriented, like you cannot go outside at night, but its abruptness comes from lack of explanation. Your tendency will be to put limits out there and not include the reason for doing so. This won't always be popular, so strive to explain yourself, which I think she does. Like she really tries. I think because she has the Taurus Mercury and the Virgo rising, she's going to be explaining herself. Yeah. I also think that makes sense too if she's doing creative writing, right? Like she can create a world where there are limitations. You know, like this is the rules of the fantasy that I'm building. You know, like something like in Charmed, it's like you can't use your magic for like self gain. That's like a really popular like, you know, witchy trope.
Yeah.
So it's like stuff like that she can place them wherever she wants to in her creative writing and explore those themes.
Yeah.
But it makes sense why it feels like she's able to highlight these things, but I mean, I don't know her personally and in her personal life or anything like that, but it makes sense that she kind of leads this way, like, this is wrong, this is right. That's sort of like similar to like morals and stuff. Like, you can do this, you can't do that. But she, because of all of her other placements, is more thoughtful, I guess, about it, and not just like, don't do this.
Yes.
Like, because I said so.
Yeah, it's like with her ruling planet, having Athena there, it's like, no, there's going to be reasoning behind why always the limitation is present.
Yeah.
But I wonder if she does have a sense of struggle with that because of her exalted Venus in Pisces, because Venus in Pisces knows no boundary.
Especially with others in the house of relationships.
Yeah, like I feel like Emma really does struggle with being able to see the like darkness in people, like especially Pisces in the 7th house and then Venus exalted there. It's like always wanting to see the goodness in people and having illusions about people, like rose-colored glasses on. Like, so I feel like, is there a struggle that she has internally with that? Or is her ruling planet taking more of the emphasis? And literally Taurus energy has no fucking problem
with
creating a boundary.
I feel that because she grew up as a child star actor, maybe she learned a lot about the Piscean pieces that you're talking about, because that's a rough industry.
Yeah.
We've seen so much manipulation and sexual assault and all these things for child star actors.
Yes.
So she probably like had to come to terms with that.
It's really horrific. I mean, the stories I've heard, I have a lot of clients in the entertainment industry.
They had that Nickelodeon documentary come out that was just like, these kids are fucked up from these horrible adults.
Yeah.
But it relates to like all the Epstein stuff. It's like all that same industry of people.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, her main gene key in this lifetime is the nomad, which is an archetype that is a reader and writer at the same time. Reader and writer of your own story.
It's 42?
That's
mine.
yours? Oh, you guys have the same one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I love that.
Yeah, it's about like going through life, pausing, distilling, communicating, moving forward, using whatever you experience to move your story forward, which I also think is interesting that she's drawn to writing, because it's probably like her sensing this reading writing piece that she has.
Yes.
They need to finish what they begin. They have to complete their things. And it's more about the journey, that they just have to see the journey through to the very end to kind of like distill and figure out what it is. Even if they like quote unquote make mistakes, there's no right or wrong. It's really about the journey for these people. And it's about finding joy in the journey and not getting stuck in like, oh, I'm failing, or like all these weird beliefs and things.
Yeah, like the key word I think is detachment. And like that.
Yeah, it says like the nomad doesn't collect or hold on to anything. They give experiences freely. They're like a scribe, or like I kind of see them as how we see a bard in ancient times. They travel around, they learn the gossip, they learn the stories, they learn the battles, they learn the kings, and then they write stories about them that the intention is to disseminate information, to just go around to different places and share the information. That was like the original social media, basically, right? They would share the information so that everyone in the town would know, and it was through like a song, so we could remember like big life events and things through song. And obviously there's still like, you can control the narrative and all the things when that's happening, but it's about like, I'm accumulating these things and I'm giving them freely. I'm not really holding on to them. I'm not co-opting them. I'm not attaching myself or meaning to them. I'm just here to I feel like a nomad's dream would just be to like travel around and just observe, like a Anthony Bourdain type of vibe.
Yeah, especially since we're both Sag moons too.
Exploring different cultures is very important to these people.
Yeah. Such a vibe. Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Yeah. And then she only has 2 channels, so I don't know if you're You want me to go over those, or you want to talk more about her chart?
Let's see. I feel like another piece with her chart is she has a rejoicing Mars. So Mars rejoices in the 6th house, and her Mars is in Aquarius. So
that also makes sense why she speaks out on humanitarian issues.
That's what I was gonna say. I feel like there is like a drive to be of service to humanity in that way in the realms of health, because Emma views this from a health perspective of like, they are who they say they are, and they deserve the health care and the treatments to fully be who they are and feel taken care of and supported. So I feel that. I do feel like Emma, the Aquarius Mars I've seen, because Aquarius energy rules over the nervous system and Mars is our physical body. I've seen this in clients where this can relate to this feeling of a restlessness in the physical body, like the heightened anxiety. Have you seen that too with Mars and Aquarius? Yeah. So
and having an Aries sun, like she needs to move her body.
Exactly. So that piece is really needed because of how much energy is circulating through her system. And what I have seen as a coping mechanism a lot of times for Aquarius Mars is that then they will dissociate. And I wonder how much of her career she was just disassociating.
Yeah.
But like, and that's the thing that's interesting, because like with her ruling planet being in Taurus, her mental energy is so strong. She's like, I signed this contract to work these crazy long days, like do all these outfit changes. I'm gonna push through and be resilient. But how much of that was she like really in her body for? I feel like that's another part of the mental health thing that she goes through, is this disassociated quality. But Mars being rejoicing here in the 6th house, I feel like she does have
good habits and things.
Yes, routines, to come back to her body and to heal the nervous system.
I also feel sorry, go ahead.
Well, that's also where her North Node is.
Oh, so she's supposed to do that. She's being asked to step more into this health and wellness and routine.
100%.
I also think for like Aquarius Mars people, there needs to be a shift in how you relate to and view your nervous system, right? Because your Mars is your motivation and how you approach things. So likely your nervous system is going to be the loudest piece in your body that's aligning, like, I want to do this, I don't want to do this, I'm very excited, I have a lot of desire and motivation here. And so it's about like really truly, like, instead of disassociating, listening to your nervous system as like this feedback loop of showing you where you want to be and what you're doing, right? Because we know physiologically fear and excitement are the same like response in our body. So feeling that with the Aquarius Mars, it's like, oh, maybe I'm going to, you know, out of my comfort zone, and that's maybe a good thing. And it's not like, oh no, I'm having an anxiety attack and I should just like leave it and disassociate from this, you know? Like I do think that there is that kind of like you might find greater peace in your body, happiness in your life, alignment, clarity, whatever it is that you want to call it, when you listen to your nervous system as that kind of like feedback loop for you. 100%.
That's necessary for Mars and Aquarius, no matter what house it is in for you.
Yeah.
I will say too that there is a drive also with Mars and Aquarius to be a rebel. Like this also relates to the humanitarian values, but to be the one speaking out and going, quote unquote, against the grain.
Yeah. Aquarius Aquarius energy, like, truly doesn't care about societal norms and any, like, if they don't vibe with some belief or structure or system, they just don't fucking vibe with it.
Yes.
And I love that, because that's what creates evolution, right? They're like, why are we doing it this way? And she's a 5 line, and 5 lines are exactly like that. They're ahead of the curve, they're future oriented, they're trying to show us that we can like pivot and change as a society. So like, not only is her mind thinking this way, but her actions are also coming up for her that way with the Aquarius energy. It's like, why do we do it this way? This doesn't make any fucking sense, you know, like type of vibes. And that's why we've seen, like, she's become so influential at such a young age because she's spoken out about things that she cares about. And that makes sense why she was, like, nervous giving these speeches, having the Aquarius Mars. Like, her nervous system was like, I care so fucking deeply about this, and I feel like this is important, but it's shaking me to, like, put myself out there like that.
Yeah. I just am seeing her with this resiliency to keep going and pushing through in the mental energy, but then sometimes not always being fully there, like, in present in her body.
Yeah.
But that's how she's been able to do all this stuff.
Yeah.
But then, Mars rejoices in the 6th house. So that indicates then someone that has a natural reservoir of vitality. And also a drive to be of service. Like the 6th house being the house of service. And something else really interesting is that her ruling planet Mercury is in a square to her North Node in Aquarius. So I think that is creating that level of friction for her to speak out on these topics and have that Teresian level of the stubbornness with what she believes in, also with the Athena calculated piece. So then she's making a bigger statement for that humanitarian value. And then her ruling planet Mercury is also in a opposition to Pluto, who she has in a conjunction to Lilith and Hera in her 3rd house of Scorpio. So
the Dark Mother.
That also was like, whoa, like, she's really here to speak to the taboo. Like, she's here to speak to
or something.
Yeah, what is perceived as darkness. And I would love to see Emma Watson in her, like, her dark goddess era.
That makes sense, like, why she's like, I'm here for the fucking witches.
Yes. You're here for us.
And so she has 2 channels. So one of them is the channel of curiosity, which is also very aligned with this. Like, I'm not afraid to go to these deeper places.
That's the Mercury. If you have Mercury opposing Pluto, there is a friction in your natal chart to probe, to penetrate to the depths.
Yes.
Yeah,
so this channel, it's with Gene Key 11 in the 3rd eye, which is the gate of ideas. I have this as well. And then in the throat, the gate of stimulation. So it's about enjoying the journey, less about the destination, more about the journey, which also aligns with her purpose and with her main gift. And it's about, they're also really gifted storytellers.
Yes, I could see that for her. I mean, the Sag moon in her 4th house, like,
that connection to story from the past.
Exactly, the bigger picture.
And it says that their stories will move other people to reflect and learn. And when I was reading, like, the Wikipedia about her feminism speech, there was, I forgot who it was, but there was some other person that said, this speech motivated me to define myself as a feminist too. So it's like her speaking is provoking other people. And think about, even though she was speaking from a script in Harry Potter and any of the movies that she's been in, it probably hit for people to then have provoked, like, inner, like, questions and processes about the words that she's speaking to them, because she's a gifted storyteller, and an actor tells stories through their body, through themselves. And so these people will try to solve their own problems by seeking answers. So it's really about, like, curiosity that seeks to push, to find answers, to go through these journeys of understanding. Because it even said, like, she went to the masters at Oxford and then she dropped out. So it's like, it's not about completion. It's more about probing and seeking and getting to the point. So definitely makes sense that this is her, like, gene key, or her, one of her main channels in her body. So that's, like, the main, her head and her throat when they're working, because she has a split definition. So she has this channel, and then she has another channel, which I'll go over, in the root and the spleen. So it's like, when you have split definition, you kind of have these, like, 2 motor systems in your body that are communicating at any given time. So you might approach something in your life using one approach something in your life using the other, maybe need to decide which one you want to work with, or have like multiple, like I want to do it this way or that way, or I'm thinking about it this way and that way.
That makes so much sense with Athena conjunct her ruling planet too, though, because Athena is a multifaceted goddess. So it is like functioning from these different levels of, am I the warrioress today? Am I the wise woman with all the books? Like, am I the artist today? Weaving, you know, like, I feel like that makes a lot of sense to what we see with her. Yeah.
And then her second channel is the channel of transformation. So it's gene key 54 in the root, the gate of drive, because the root is like the root is this in human design, it creates pressure for action. That's how we see the root. And the gene key 32 in the spleen, the gate of continuity. So it's about being here to succeed, creating financial prosperity through hard work, being a natural entrepreneur, drive to build something sustainable and long lasting, which makes sense why she wants to align herself and create deals with sustainable fashion brands. She's trying to create and be a proponent for ideas that she feels are sustainable, like feminism and gender equality, human rights, things like that. And it says that she'll have a strong desire to move up the ladder because she wants people to recognize her for her efforts with this. And it's like, for this particular channel, very important for people to be recognized for their success that they achieve. So she's like she's in the spotlight. She's going to be recognized for she's going to be scrutinized for everything she does too, right? So she's actually in like a great space of like constant recognition for her efforts and people like reflecting these things back to her. Even like this podcast, like she could listen and be like, wow, people are inspired by me. People are talking about me and discussing me.
That's her Leo's South Node too, though. She's had many lifetimes of being in that position of receiving recognition in whatever form, whether it is through the praise or and like it says, these people can sometimes be a workaholic and they need to have balance in their life and relationships, which we literally Mars and being a Virgo rising, right? Like just like consistently like, I need to perfect this. I need to, so, and that makes sense. What you were talking about, like needing the routines in her body, needing to calm down her nervous system. That's very important for her. I also want to say too, like I noticed she wears a lot of like magenta and like purple. I feel like that's very Aquarius Mars, because I feel like Aquarius has like turquoise and like magenta colors. That can also be Pisces though. That might be tapping into her. I feel like she does dress like that Venus Pisces vibe too. Yeah.
Like she wears like bold colors or like shapes or things, or very like her fashion is very interesting. Like it's not, it still has the refinement of the Virgo. Classic. It's like but still beautiful. She also wears like
soft but yet playful colors.
Too. That's Pisces for sure.
Yes, but I could see the Mars piece too that you're talking about. Because I think, you know, when you have an Aquarius Mars, you're driven towards like futuristic progressive ideals. So in her ideal world, she probably would love if everyone was wearing sustainable clothing.
And that's like the merriment of her Venus and her Mars together. The fashion industry that she's in, like that's very that.
Yes. I actually wouldn't be surprised if she does more in the realms of health and healing and has another product line, or shares more about her health journey and that like the tools and different things that have helped her.
That's very 5-line of her. 5 lines are designed to take information, experiences and turn it into useful like information for others. So like she's like, hey, I struggled with my mental health and I want to share that with you so that it can maybe help you with your mental health.
Exactly.
That's like textbook 5-line.
Because the more she goes into her healing with her rituals, routines, that's her really stepping into her full evolution. And then with the Aquarius piece, it's like inviting in the community with that. I also love that she has her ruling planet, Mercury, in a trine to what we like to call the millennial conjunction here, the Uranus and Neptune and Capricorn in her 5th house. I feel like that also gives her that ability to speak to like what is needed for change on the planet. Like that's that Aquarius, like the rebel, great awakener, shaking things up, and then the Neptune piece of like, remember we're all oneness. So I also feel like Emma being for the witches, I feel like she has a side to her, and I think this is her Pluto in her 3rd house, where I feel like behind the scenes, she loves to talk about these witchy things. Like, she probably already knows everything about her natal chart. Everything we're talking about today.
I just keep hearing words are spells, right? 3rd house Pluto. It's like she probably knows that shit. Exactly. Like, what I'm speaking into the world is important.
Exactly. And that's by her facing internal fears and still showing up anyways to share it. That's her deepening into her desire medicine, because Pluto in the 3rd house, there is a desire to express and to communicate, and then with the Scorpio energy, a desire to express and communicate about the taboo, the mystery. That's why I feel like she has a natural interest in these witchy divination,
I could see that,
sort of systems. And I just feel like there's so much wisdom her soul has in terms of the connection to the earth and herbs and plant medicine. Another reason I'm saying that is because her MC is up in Gemini in her 10th house, and it's conjunct an asteroid named Pholus, and Pholus is known as the god of wine and represents substances and like getting into altered states. So
okay, the plant medicine makes way more sense.
Yeah. Well, I was saying that because of her 4th house moon, because there's a natural connection there to the earth, but
and having it in Sag,
and then the North Node in the 6th house. But then the Pholus on her MC was another reason that I didn't get to. That was giving me the vibes of her being a pioneer in that space, because right now plant medicine is still a very taboo subject. And yes, so I could see her moving into that in some capacity as maybe an alternate route for pharmaceuticals.
Maybe. I'm sure she's very aware of those things with the Aquarius Mars there in the 6th house. Like, for
exactly.
Sure. Okay. Are we ready to look at Miss Rowling?
Oh, God. Okay. Oh, another reason I said that I feel like she is witchy is, we didn't even really touch on this, but her Aries sun is in her 8th house, and you know this as an 8th house sun. It's like you're shining the light into the depths of the darkness and transforming.
Yeah, I feel like Harry Potter was like the perfect fucking franchise for her to be a part of. Like, literally,
seeing wizardry. Her chart, I'm like, she's Hermione.
Yeah, literally, she gives Hermione.
Especially having her ascendant in Virgo in the Decan ruled by Mercury. Come on.
Yeah, that's like the, excuse me, I have the answer. Yeah. I looked it up. I have the answer.
Okay. All right, J.K. Rowling. I don't want to talk about her too much, so I'm going to share really briefly. Okay, she's a Leo sun.
Oh my God!
A Leo sun, which, come on.
In the 7th house, notice me, pay attention to me. Everybody, you're not giving me enough accolades. You're not saying how much you love me.
Virgo moon.
The death. You know, everyone says Capricorn moon. No, Virgo moons be struggling out here. Every Virgo moon I know, fucking eating away at their insides, like overthinking, working too hard, putting too much pressure on themselves, worrying about the littlest things, getting sick over the littlest things. Like
That's why Josh has his stand-up and comedy joke of pretty much saying like, yeah, I have anxiety and all this, but my girlfriend likes to say that I have a Virgo moon, which sounds a lot better to me.
Yeah. The Virgo moon people I know, like, bless your hearts. Like, you don't need to be so hard on yourself, babe. You're already doing more than the normal person with those Virgo placements. I have a Virgo Mars. I understand how I do things is like a Virgo.
Yeah.
So I understand. Like, sometimes you just have to be like, fuck it. It's okay if it's not perfect.
Yeah. It is. It's a really big... It's because they're emotionally nurtured by that feeling of perfection and refinement.
Yeah. So if you do have a Virgo moon, clean your house and you'll feel better.
Oh, Josh loves cleaning, and I love it. I'm here for
rising.
it.
So Frankie's brother is a Virgo rising, and he's an Aries sun, just like Emma.
Interesting.
I forgot what his moon is, but his thing that he likes to do on Fridays is to like get drunk and clean the house. Like he's like, it's the weekend. Cleaning? Yeah, I don't know how drunk he gets, but like he likes to have like beer and clean around the house. And it's like that's like the ultimate like Virgo rising Aries. It's like I want to have fun, I want to have a good time, so I'm gonna have my beer. But I also cannot relax until this house is clean. Yeah. You know?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Josh gets so stressed out if the house is dirty. It really nourishes him to clean. So I'm like,
cleaning is underrated. It is a spiritual sacred practice.
It's spiritual hygiene.
Your home, if you look up feng shui, is a reflection of your life. Yeah. And it's shifting energy. Yeah. And we know psychologically the less clutter your space is, the more relaxed your nervous system is. There's like a whole school of thought, it's like Swedish, I think, where like people have like nothing. It's like just a mattress on the floor and like minimal aesthetic. And it's like so that they can detox their nervous system. I know dopamine decor is like a real thing and that's very different. Yeah. But we know that like cleanliness, it's like the what is it, the Smashing Pumpkins quotes the part in the Bible where it's like cleanliness is godliness or something like that. Yeah, it's a famous quote. I'm
not aware of that quote, but that is so true for a Virgo moon. Like, and especially a Virgo moon in the 8th house. Ooh, JK.
She needs to clean up her spirituality. Oh. She needs to clean up her death and rebirth and her fears and her shadow work that she's avoiding. We said that.
Yeah. She has a whole Virgo stellium, which we'll get to. But yeah, her ascendant. So what's interesting with JK, if you look up her exact birth time, it will say there's no confirmed time. Sure. But it gave you 2 times. It'll say 12 or 9/10. And intuitively, I was like, I'm going to just pick the 9/10 one because that feels like it's going to be more accurate. And I didn't even pull up the 12 o'clock one. But this one I could so see as an Aquarius rising time. Because even her body, she looks Aquarius rising. Mm-hmm. Like if I were to guess,
the bone structure with the Virgo
if I were to guess her rising sign, I would say Aquarius. Like she's giving like air.
What does she wear? I want to see what her fashion sense is.
I actually have no freaking idea. But what I found to be so interesting with her ascendant point is that it is in an exact conjunction with Athena here. Who Athena is domicile in Aquarius. I also have Athena in Aquarius conjunct my ascendant point.
Wow. How does it feel to be similar to this horrible woman?
Oh my god. I feel like
she dresses low-key Athena-like.
Yeah, that's so Aquarius.
She has like a cloak. We'll put the photo up there. Yeah. But like she has like a cloak dress thing on. I know it's like an older woman thing to cover your arms, but that's still very, very Athena.
That's very like Aquarius vibes.
She does, too. She has like these colors and things.
Mm-hmm. Even her face looks very Aquarius to me. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she likes to wear flowing like blues and like emeraldy colors and things, royal colors. Yeah, a lot of blue actually. Yeah. Oh, she has this crazy hat. That's Aquarian.
I thought I saw her one time with like something with her sleeve too.
She has a lot of blue in her clothing choices. Yeah. Maybe because her eyes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are all so Aquarius.
This woman looks different. This young woman who just wrote Harry Potter, very different from this woman that is transphobic. She just looks different. Like there's something in her eyes.
Yeah, well, money changes you.
That's true. And you said she's a Leo sun, right?
Leo's sun.
That makes sense too, because her hair is such a big deal.
I mean, her ego probably just got so big once she started receiving all of the praise.
Yeah, I could totally see that. Yeah, I definitely...
Type in J.K. Rowling fashion. I want to see if it, like, gives you a little bit more of, like, maybe...
Girl, what is this? A mattress? Like a fucking
That's so
comforter?
Aquarius rising.
We're gonna have to put up all these photos.
That's so Aquarius rising. Like, what?
That also...
Yeah.
That outfit... This is really bad fashion that we're looking at.
But Aquarius risings, they don't care. They just take risks. They want to be quirky. Yes. They want to be off the beaten path. They want to be unique.
Yes.
They want to have the dress that no one else will ever wear. Yeah. Walking down the carpet.
Yeah, a lot of greens here too. A lot of flowing stuff, which is not very Aquarius or Leo, I feel. Or Virgo. I feel like she has a lot of structure in her outfits, which is Virgo for sure. And sometimes she wears like the suit type stuff. Like the woman's like suit jacket like this. Like that's Virgo, I feel. It's still like a bold statement.
I still feel like the flowy stuff is Aquarius though. Because it's kind of like that it's giving like the extraterrestrial vibes of like the flowy
because she wears a lot of flowy stuff. It's either flowy or like a pantsuit type
but it's not flowy in like a Piscean way that's soft.
No, it's still structured. Like it has like a corset or bodice or something. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. So the Athena conjunction I think is really interesting because I wonder what other talents and skill sets she has other than writing that like I actually know nothing about her upbringing or what her life was like or what her skill sets are.
I got you.
But anyone with Athena conjunct your ascendant, you are a multifaceted person. You're meant to be a multifaceted person.
She worked as a researcher and bilingual secretary
multifaceted
for Amnesty International.
There we go.
Before she started writing Harry Potter.
That's so Athena, the researcher. Yeah.
She has a lot of accolades.
She went through a divorce. She has
her mom died.
She has Venus conjunct Pluto and Uranus in her 8th house.
It says in 2019 she started remarking negatively about transgender people, so I wonder if there's like a transit or something that happened. She has like her pen name JK. Let's see.
What's her actual name? Joanne?
Yeah, Joanne Rowling.
Wow, how am I just now finding this out?
Because it's powerful, the moniker that she's picked, right? She was middle class. Why are we talking about her ancestry? That's fucking weird. They lived in Gloucester. I think it's called Girl, I'm fucking this shit up. Gloucestershire.
It's okay.
Sorry to all the UK people that the two of you that are watching. I'm so sorry. Her family purchased a historic church cottage. That's kind of cool. She was in the Brownies, which is like Girl Scouts. She wrote short stories. This is crazy. There's like a lot of history on her.
Yeah.
She always wanted to be a writer. She went to Exeter. It says like her mother's death was like a big inspiration for her to write Harry Potter. She was taking that's funny because she worked for Amnesty International, which document like human rights issues, and now she's just like blatantly against human rights.
That's the thing that's interesting, right? With Athena conjunct her ascendant, because if you have Athena conjunct your ascendant, you care about activism.
Yeah.
Especially Athena domicile in her preferred domicile sign.
Yeah.
It feels like she's going against who she came who her soul signed up to embody in this lifetime. It feels like she's doing everything to fight against it. And it's like it kind of feels like she's dug herself so far in the hole. She's like, I just want to stay here now and not do the healing work necessary. And I think
her mom died, and then her mom's personal effects that she wanted were stolen. She married this guy, and he abused her during their marriage. So she does have like wounding pieces.
That is an 8th house stellium though. Like the challenge and the difficulties, and death, especially in so her 8th house stellium, a lot of the things that are happening here, her Mercury exalted in Virgo, which is why she's a writer, Venus, Pluto, Uranus, and the moon also here. Some of these pieces are in an opposition to her ruling planet, Saturn and Pisces, in her 2nd house.
Yeah, like her marriage was short but really abusive. He didn't even let her have a house key.
Wow.
And she had a kid, and then she was like jobless with a kid. And then that's when she started like really trying to get the book to be picked up.
You know what's interesting? Her fucking Nessus again. Her North Node is in Gemini in her 5th house, conjunct Nessus.
Wow. The kid's house, too.
Exactly. So I feel like for her, confronting poison and power as an archetypal theme was a part of her soul's journey of evolution.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And she started doing teacher training. That was another career she was going to do while she was writing.
Yeah, she has her 9th house in Libra, and her teaching. Mars there, who's detriment. So there is a drive to teach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But with Mars and Libra, you'd think that there would be a drive for justice.
I think she feels that it's like an injustice on her and the people that, because the way that she talks about it is that trans people are an injustice against them. Against, she says it's like a bad against women and things. So it's like, I don't know. Just her mind is getting co-opted.
Another thing with her North Node in Gemini is also a sign that relates to writing, expressing oneself, communication, and then the Nessus piece there. We see in Harry Potter themes of violence. Like that book really does speak to the like horrific acts of violence.
And she's Christian.
Yeah. So that's where some of these belief systems are coming from then.
Yeah. She got remarried in 2001 to the doctor. They got married by an Episcopalian priest, so I wonder if the guy is Episcopalian.
Yeah, I mean, Saturn and Pisces, there is a responsibility to...
Oh, yeah, and she's writing that new book that's, like, anti-trans. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, God, no, I didn't.
That, I rolled so hard. Yeah, so she...
No.
She was a part of another book that got turned into an HBO miniseries and BBC miniseries. I'm trying to see, there's like this other book that she's supposed to be writing now that's like, she wrote like, it's like basically her being like, it's her point of view, like about trans people. It's like obviously like she's the character and she's writing about like her fucking self or whatever. It's not showing it on here because it's not out yet, but I remember like reading about that and being like, bro, do we really need those? Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
And she's had like legal disputes about like how I was saying that like there was copyright infringement, that it was like that other book that they feel like she took creative licensing too much with when creating Harry Potter. So, and then she has like a lot of like philanthropy stuff, but now it's like to anti-trans places, so it's kind of weird.
Yeah. I feel like having your Saturn in your second house, there is a responsibility in this lifetime to your value system. And then with the Pisces, again, to the connection that you have to divinity, to spirit, to source. But we can see this take a dangerous toll when we have systems like Christianity that are perpetuating violence.
Yeah, 100%. You still have free will, so you can apply this to any belief that you have, right?
Yeah.
And she's a manifester. So, like, manifestors, only 9% of the population are manifestors. They all have a defined throat, so it's unfortunate that she's using her voice for negativity, right? Because there's power in that.
And an exalted Mercury. She has a strong voice.
And so I didn't look up her purpose in this lifetime. Let me read that for you. No, wrong. Okay, sorry, I have so many tabs open. She has the right angle cross of the 4 ways. So your cross is driven by the lead energy, which is looking for privacy. This is a retreating energy, which is actually looking for freedom that is only found in having your own space. This cross is tied to housing in many ways because having your own 4 walls where you can go and just be yourself is important to you. You may very be social, but there comes a time when you need to be alone. This energy could manifest in many forms, but it's often about the right for everyone to have their own space to be themselves. Which she's obviously not creating that, but I could see the same side of that coin, feeling threatened that that she and other people like her don't have the right space to be themselves. Maybe in her incarnation cross, she feels that trans people are taking away space for people who are AFAB, who align with the gender that they're assigned at birth. No, not AFAB. What's the word? I'm fucking it up. AFAB is something else. Yeah, I guess assigned female at birth. AFAB. I'm AFAB. Yeah, cis. Yeah. And so maybe she feels that like these people are threatening cisgendered people and not giving them space to be themselves, and that's why she's like so, hard, fast on that. If that makes sense. It doesn't really make sense. Yeah. If I'm reaching,
Especially because, like you're saying, it's only 1% of the population.
Yeah, so it's like they're not actually, like, we're not changing. Yeah. Like, even multi-gender, whatever gender bathrooms, your home is like that. Yeah. Your airplane restroom is like that. The festival restroom is like that. The beach restroom is like that. Like, nobody cares.
I feel like this is also related to her South Node being in Sagittarius, conjunct her MC in the 11th house. I feel like Sagittarius in the really like dense functioning, it could just be, I just have the one arrow, this is my one truth. Yeah. And it can be very dogmatic. And this is my one belief system.
Yeah. And I feel like at this point in her life, she's like one of the richest authors. She has so much fucking free time that she can just do whatever the fuck she wants. Yeah. And so she's just like picked this issue as like the hill that she's going to die on.
Just being in the comfort of her South Node. Yeah. In the echo chamber, the community. In the past beliefs. That will align with what she believes. Yeah. And not going towards her North Node, which is like having the conversations about the painful things, about the pain, the nessus, the pain she has caused.
Yeah. And it's funny because she only has 2 channels as well. And this one is the channel of the brainwave. So it's about intuitively adapting to any circumstance. So I almost wonder if maybe in the beginning of her like Harry Potter career, she intuitively didn't say these things or held these things internally because she knew what the reception would be. But these people are supposed to be spontaneous and think on their feet and have a lot of messages come through in their mind. And they're supposed to focus on the present and their intuition is always supposed to be on. Like they're basically like clairaudient people. So she probably channeled a lot of the information that she wrote in
8th house stellium. Of course she did. Like going to the
depths. And her Mercury there as well, right? So her inner knowing is supposed to be subconscious, and it says you may not even be aware of what you know. So it's like maybe her earthly material beliefs and experiences are blocking her from the real truth of things that are, you know, around in the world that we know. But we're not sure if she knows. So there's that. And then we saw, like, it's funny, the Athena that you're talking about, or no, she doesn't have Athena, right?
She has Athena conjunct her ascendant,
So her other channel is the money line. It's about doing it yourself, and it's gate 21 is the gate of the hunter or huntress.
That's also Saturn in her second house, though.
Yeah, and then gate 45 is the gate of the gatherer, which is also very fucking Athena, I feel.
Yes.
But these people are literally here to make money through sheer force of willpower. They work best alone. They don't want people to influence or control them. So that also makes sense why, if she's attached herself to this belief and people are trying to gently call her in, like Emma Watson, and that she's like, don't tell me what to do. You know, like, you don't know what you're talking about. You're
ignorant.
And it's like, okay, nobody's fucking attacking you over here. Fucking calm down. And it says that these people will prosper financially when they do everything themselves, which kind of makes sense with, like, losing the marriage, being jobless on her own, forcing herself to make it, to care for her child. She, boom, found this success that made all the money that she wanted. And these people, it literally says in this, you are here to be focused on yourself. No one can change you, and that's okay. So she has this very stubborn energy. So the channels in our body are, like I said, the motors of how we're working, how we're making decisions, how we're moving, and literally doing actions in the world. So she's probably using this particular channel through her throat to her heart very much more than the other intuitive channel. Maybe she uses that for writing, right? And maybe she uses this for how she lives her life, because in human design, the heart rules over the ego. And so it's our motivation center. So, and then the throat, obviously the speaking piece, right? Like the gatherer one is about showing the community how to create prosperity, being a big picture person, being at the top of the hierarchy. So, like, she is here. She is one of the highest paid authors, right? She is the top of the hierarchy for her profession.
Yeah, and she was always meant to be with her South Node here. To be honest, she's done this in other lifetimes.
Yeah, that's why she figured it out. But it's like, now she's kind of like resting on this and getting stuck on this. Like, she doesn't, where else is she going to go? What else does she need to do? She doesn't.
That's what I mean. She dug herself so deep into the hole.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
That she's going to just stay firmly rooted. And that's also being a fixed energy. Being a fixed rising sign means that your entire natal chart is rooted in fixed energy. Yeah.
She's like double fixed.
But then she has that
mutable
stellium.
That's a lot.
But it's
that's
like,
a fucking crazy
but what's
stellium.
interesting is, like, in the 8th house, you would think that she would be more open to refinement and to shadow work.
Yeah, I agree, because she explores that in the themes of her books, right?
But does she do it on a personal level?
Right. Like, her villain is obviously against so much. Like, the villains, it's funny because it's like, the villains in that world, like, have that whole, like, oh, you're a muggle, you know? Like, like, that's very similar to, like, oh, you're trans. Like, I wonder if when she was writing this, if it was just pure channeling and it's not really her, it's just the subconscious knowing, right? Or if maybe she like aligns with that ideology, because that was a huge storyline that's expressed throughout it, is like the pure blood and the all these things.
It's like exploring racism, basically.
Yeah. And now she's kind of like creating the same kind of pattern in her own life. It's weird. Like, you explored this theme.
I think when you are so against something, I feel like there is an internal desire for it. It's like people that are so homophobic, they deep down probably do have a desire to experience
queerness.
Exactly.
There's, and the other thing too that the really good poet and speaker Alok that I follow who's non-binary
Mm-hmm.
talks about is that everyone is in the closet. Our society doesn't allow anyone to be exactly who they want to be and who they are on the inside. Our society forces everybody into some box of some shape, right? We all have to perform whatever our civic duty is based on our conditioning. And so I feel like when people are homophobic, sometimes they have like they need to experience queerness.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's just like those people, you see queer, like how you were saying, queer people are so themselves. They don't hide who they are. They come out of the closet, right? That they make such beautiful spaces for everyone else to be themselves.
Yeah.
And a lot of people who are homophobic and transphobic, they're just triggered and they hate the fact that they see a person getting to be themselves out loud and proud and not hiding who they are and just being against the grain in society. And it triggers the part of them that doesn't allow themselves to do that was conditioned to be this, do that, fit into this box. And so they just get so angry that they're seeing someone else doing what they so deeply desire deep down is love and acceptance and being authentic. And they don't take it a step further to question, why am I getting triggered by this community, by this person, right? And they're just thinking they must be bad because they're triggering me and they're making me feel uncomfortable, so there's something wrong with them. And
or their belief systems, because of things like Christianity, then promote
it's like, oh, why do I feel wrong on the inside? Oh, well, my pastor told me it's because blah, 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 blah. Oh, that must be why, right? Instead of saying, why do I get so triggered by these people? What are they bringing up in me emotionally that I don't like feeling in my body? And it's like, oh, well, if they take some peeling back the layers, especially with her, all the 8th house, peeling back the layers, like, she could realize there's something about these people that I wish I could have. And I wish I could give myself permission to do.
Exactly.
And then she could just get out of the way and do it.
Like, what if a part of her deep down wants to access that masculine energy?
Right.
Because, let's be real, Athena is an archetypal energy that is the blend of feminine and masculine. Yeah. She presents in that way. like and I feel that because I have Athena conjunct my ascendant. Like, I am very comfortable in both of those frequencies, and maybe that's something that J.K. Rowling, she's never let herself fully explore, the expression of masculinity.
And if she has received that abusiveness from her past relationship, literally controlling like her sense of home and safety, like maybe a part of her does have that wound and wants to express it or step into that energy that she feels she didn't have the ability to.
Which, JK, I've also experienced that as well. Like, I also went through a period where I wasn't able to have the key. Like, shit like that. Like, it's fucking traumatic.
It is, to be controlled over in that way.
Yeah, exactly. But if you allow yourself to fully heal and go to the depths, which we see in your chart, JK, this 8th house stellium, like, you do have the capacity to transform.
Yeah.
Like, can you allow your heart to soften?
Yeah. And I think it's interesting that it was like around 2019, which is when COVID happened. So it's like maybe she was more isolated, and that's when
people started to go into these echo chambers. That's what I mean by the South Node in the 11th house, like, then being ramped up by what other people believe. That's why I feel like as a Sag moon, I like to sort of suss out like what other people are thinking, like their ideology and like their line of thinking. Like, that's why even on the Charlie Kirk episode, I was like, yeah, but some people would say that this, and this, because I like to explore in that way.
I have Gemini Mercury.
Yeah, exactly.
The same way, bro. And Sag rising. I'm like, let me ponder. I love pondering things. That's why I have a Substack. I'm like, I'm interested about this. Let me deep dive.
I want to understand why that is the thought process, why those are the belief systems. But I get it. Not everyone has that level of curiosity to go there, but I feel like it might be too far gone with JK just because of how like far deep she's in, and she's in an older age now, and
yeah.
I always want to stay hopeful. That's my Sag moon too. I always want to stay optimistic.
Yeah, I don't
but
know. Because her main gene
yeah.
key is the medicine woman. Like, the medicine woman is supposed to remember and be a wise elder, shaman, storyteller.
That's the Virgo energy too.
Power
Virgo
to express
medicine.
all sides of every story.
Yes.
Like she is shrinking from this. She was that for a lot of people, right? Like a collector of authentic life experiences, weaving them into a magical moral. That's literally what Harry Potter is.
That's what she did.
Literally what Harry Potter is, right? So it's like, why is she forgetting the other side of the story? Why is she not allowing herself to see the other side of the story so that she can bring it and weave it all together, right? Because these people are supposed to remember. They're supposed to carry like wisdom from the past, which, like you said, the South Node in Sagittarius, right? So these people are supposed to be comfortable with discomfort. These people are supposed to be able to face their shadows, be in the darkness with the pain and the wounds. And so we know, since she's not doing this, let's look at their Achilles heel. Needs to retreat and not to burn out. Goes through many trials. This is a trial that she is being placed underneath, that she's clearly avoiding.
She's just being defensive and not doing the healing work.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Like, she has this ability to like step into this.
I could so see that too. Follis is also close to her ascendant point, and Follis is again this quality of exploring altered states of consciousness, medicine.
Yeah, and it says the victim pattern is being a victim of your memories, and your dilemma is getting attention. Your reactive nature is to be censorious, like censoring things. Your shadow is forgetting. There's no situation on earth that cannot be used as a means to raise your frequency and open your heart to your inner divinity. She has forgotten that. That's what she has forgotten. Yeah, she needs to practice mindfulness. It says through mindfulness you'll reconnect to this. So she needs to fucking get like a yogi teacher.
Even her response to Emma was so incredibly,
she wasn't arguing the point. She was arguing. That's what I'm saying. When people come back at you with a personal attack, when you're trying to have like an argument or conversation about conflicting ideas and beliefs, like, you're not in a conversation anymore. They're just now belittling you as a person. And that's a marketing tactic, right? I'm coming for you as a self. But it's like, now we have shifted the conversation. We're not even talking about the original topic. Now we're arguing how, like, what did she say? She was ignorant. How ignorant I am as a person. And we're not even talking about trans people anymore. You're just attacking me for pointing out something that you, like, a belief that you have that I don't agree with. Like, it's super, like, I hate arguing. I love to troll people on the internet, and like, I've had a lot of where they like look at my account, they're like, oh, you're just a crazy like delulu non-binary like person, blah blah blah, you're the woke mind virus, all those things. And I'm just like, I thought we were talking about this. I thought we weren't taking like personal shots at each other. You just now, you're not even arguing your point. Do you have nothing else to say? Do you have no other, because like I wasn't, like we talked about last time, I was in debate, right? Like I understand how debate works, but we're supposed to debate points for point in argument. Not, people don't know how to argue. They just don't. I feel like that's like a funny platform. Like, what happened to arguing? People just don't understand how to have a lively debate. And you know what?
I mean, Gemini South nodes, we do. Like, that, we've spent lifetimes in that.
And I was gonna say, but like, people from the UK seem to be like better at that too, because I've watched like UK TV, and it's like normal for them to like talk about things and be like, we just don't see eye to eye. You know, cool, let's move on. Americans are more, our egos are more fragile, unfortunately. So I
but it's also like, again, if you're having a debate with someone and they are just operating from a space of pure hatred, it's like, how can you...
if they come in with the preconceived notion and they're not even going to listen to you, you can feel that. You can sense that. Like, oh, you're not even here to hear me out. Okay, no, why am I trying? Here. What am I doing? I think that that's definitely that's where we saw that block, that wall that she has. It's not, she's not open and willing, because it's a personal attack for her. That's why she's making it personal towards other people.
So thank you, Emma, for speaking up, sharing your truth, and holding this space of kindness and love. I really do feel like, Emma, your soul is so genuine, and like, I feel like you deserve all of the abundance that life gave you. And I know you are in a place where you are in recognition of your privilege. And I also just want to honor Emma for that too, because like,
we're juxtaposed with this other woman who has immense privilege and is just shitting it down the fucking toilet. Ugh, so annoying. Do better. Fucking open your mind. Tap into your healing fucking medicine woman energy. Like, girl.
Maybe during, because she's wrapping up her the last bit of her second Saturn return right now. So it'll be until February.
Her Chiron is there too.
Exactly. So
hopefully she's getting those fucking wounds healed that she needs. Just go to fucking therapy, bro. You have like $1 bajillion.
But maybe by the time she's in her third Saturn return, maybe we'll. Maybe
have
she'll finally have learned the fucking lesson. I don't know.
She's so annoying.
Yeah.
It's like literally.
But it's just, I know, it's just so sad, because it's like, I think about this and it's like, I like, there's still such a tender part of my like inner child that like loves this world.
I mean, I guess if you feel that she channeled it, then it's like, okay, spirit created this and she was just the penman for it, and this woman is shitty. she was just the birthing, for the vessel.
But then humans are complex, so there are parts of her that are probably so lovely, and that's why Emma made that comment. That's why Emma said she still treasures her.
Yeah, I'm sure she met her. She was on set, all the things. Like, she probably has good memories with her. She probably really enjoys the characters and the storylines that she's created, and feels like that's a part of her that she's seeing. Yeah. So she knows there's something good in there.
Yeah. So
thanks to everyone.
Thanks for sipping that celestial tea with us.
I want to say cheers to the trans community. Cheers to the LGBTQIA plus community.
Yes.
Cheers to the ancient knowledge and wisdom that trans people have given us.
Thanks
and their
for being our leaders.
Yes.
Yes.
And cheers to all the people who are allies, who create space, safe spaces, who hold space, who protect our queer community and our trans community. And I'm crying. And and the people who are speaking out, like Emma, because yes, it's 1%, but it's on everybody's fucking lips. Everybody wants to be fucking trans. Everybody can't, they're obsessed. I feel like fucking Regina George. Like, you just have a big lesbian crush on me. Okay? Why are you so obsessed with my genitals? You want to fuck me or what? Like, it's like, cheers to those people who are the real ones, who are like holding it down for us, because there's literally not enough of us in the world to combat all the hatred. Yes. So thank you.
That's what I'm saying. For seeing I feel like she's such a kind soul.
Yeah.
So
thank you.
Yeah.
And if the world doesn't, recognize you and give you your accolades, like, spirit will.
And if you're ever back in LA, you have 2 healers that would love to support you in nervous system regulation, because Emma, we know you need it.
Like, a little purse. Yeah. So, and JK, if you're ever in LA and you want me to spit on your face, let me know.
Okay,
I'll do it for free. I'm like, bitch, I'm also an 8th house sun over here. I'm a Cancer. So you came for my community. I will fight your ass.
Protective
I will fucking fight your ass.
Yeah. So thanks for sipping that tea with us.
Yes. For sipping the gay agenda. The gay agenda. Oh no, you're going to become trans. Oh.
That's such a wild concept to me. Pushing an agenda. It's like...
It's because they're pushing an agenda. They're outing themselves. They're like, they must have an agenda because we have an agenda. Like, that's what you're admitting when you say that. What's the agenda? To love yourself and to be exactly who you are?
It's very clear what their agenda is. Christian nationalism.
I'm saying the queer agenda. It's like, what is it? To love yourself? To be authentically yourself? What's wrong with that?
Exactly.
Nothing.
I feel like it's worse to not have access to that as a young person, because that's what I experienced. Like, all of my life, just like feeling so small and repressed and not in like true connection.
That's how the straight people feel. That's why they hate gay people. Because they're repressed by religion.
Yeah.
Your anger is misdirected.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. We could talk for another fucking 2 hours.
I can argue. I can do a filibuster on this fucking shit. Like, my Gemini Mercury. I will talk everything about this. All right. Well,
thanks for
see y'all next
that
time.
Celestial tea.
Tell a gay person that you love them today.
Yeah.
And that you just give them a fucking hug. If it's consensual. Ask if you can give them a hug.
Bye, y'all. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Celestial Tea Podcast.
If you enjoyed our hot takes and breakdowns, please leave us a 5-star review wherever you stream, share with your friends and fam, and follow us on all the socials.
Let us know if there is a pop culture icon or a phenomenon that you want us to look at next. Tune in next week for another piping hot cup of celestial tea. Cute.